Welcome back. It's time now for more news in our segment we call Double News.
Now here's the news!
Again! Stupid. Okay.
All right, friend, what do you got?
The only reason I'm sharing this story is because I want to be a good mom. But I'm nervous because even if I'm pretty good at it, all these outside factors are going to make it hard. Mm-hmm. And while I don't usually share serious stuff about myself, I'm going to say 3 things to give this context. 1, I've had an eating disorder since my teens, categorized as EDNOS because I've done a bit or a lot of everything. 2, I absolutely am not shaming how anyone looks no matter what, ever. I simply thought this article was wild and I want to consider it in terms of future parenting practices. 3, if talking or hearing about food or fitness triggers you in any way, skip ahead to the next news story. If you jump forward a few minutes, you should be good. Okay, so a BBC article says that by 2035, so like a little over 10 years from now, half the world will be overweight.
Crazy.
Classed as obese or overweight if action is not taken. They expect that from 2020 to 2035, it will have doubled for children and teens. This is insane. Like, how are you supposed to parent a kid with a world full of sugar and calorie-dense packaged foods? Because if you tell them, no, you can't have that, then you're teaching them that they can't trust themselves and you're making them, like, perhaps want it more. And if you say, have whatever you want, there are kids who will go completely off the rails. So, like, what do you do? I'm at a loss. When I saw this, I was shook.
I mean, yeah, that's a wild number. That's a
really
wild number.
Is.
It's so hard to find food that isn't processed too, honestly. Like, I've thought about it, and as much as I love Trader Joe's and the things there, and I think, I'm just getting simple foods, look at the ingredients list. It's completely processed. Eating the Costco, it's so hard. And as a family, we buy these things because it's affordable. I get it.
Because
I get it completely, and it's fast, but yeah,
I know.
It's not good.
I know the article was like, so we need to find root factors. I'm like, hello, people. We know what it is. It's lack of movement and high density calorie foods with lots of sugar and salt.
Yeah.
This is not rocket science. This is food science.
No, I know. You want to talk about root factors? We don't grow our own food anymore, and we don't have to go gather that food anymore. There's our root factor.
Yes. And like last week, I'm talking about how high schoolers can do their PE class online. Like,
it's true.
Just help them out a little bit. Make them do PE at least.
That's true.
Like,
I didn't
help
know.
Me. Help
I
me.
didn't know what you meant by that, but now you're totally right. They gotta film themselves exercising in the backyard or in the parking lot, wherever. Like, they gotta get outside and they gotta exercise.
Yeah, teach them how to throw a baseball, please. I love it. Yeah, there's too many things to worry about.
No, it's scary, man. I mean, it's a hard future that we're.
Yeah, I don't know. If anyone has any answers for me, please, send them my way. Because it's just a really daunting topic.
Yeah, and I like the idea. And it's funny because you and I had such different upbringings.
Yeah.
You had a very
We didn't have, sugar in the house.
Yeah, and my mom, I had no rules whatsoever. Right. I could eat whatever I wanted.
Right.
And for some crazy way, I don't like that kind of stuff. I don't eat
that's
crazy.
true. You don't really like sweets very much.
I don't, but
it's interesting. But I know other people who grew up that way and they can't even handle having it in the house and it's just too much.
Yeah, and
I just eat it all the time. So it's what makes a person one way or the other? I don't know.
That's what we're talking about, root factors. You want to talk about root factors, it's in here. The root factors are a psychological thing or something. And this is not...
I don't know.
I'm a firm believer in this type of thing that there aren't quote-unquote solutions.
Right.
I like people like to say, this is how you solve crime, and this is how you solve that, and this is how we help teen mental health and stuff like that. And it's like, no.
There's some things.
It's probably individual.
True.
Just
true.
I won't keep. We can talk about this. We can keep talking about this forever. But since we have a brief show, I love this topic that you brought this up.
It's just interesting to consider at least and really pay attention to. Yeah. So send advice to a future parent who, God, so many struggles.
It's gonna be all right, Fred. It's gonna be all right.
We'll see.
They're gonna be great.
Maybe.
Where they don't have a choice over whether they're going backpacking or not. So they're going to be hiking up the mountain. They're going to be brainwashed into thinking.
Maybe they'll never want to move again.
I mean, Lily hates hiking,
I know.
but I got there too late.
Okay.
Gotta brainwash them. The outside is fun. This is fun.
Okay, cool.
All right.
What's yours?
All right. So it's Oscar week.
Uh-huh.
One of my favorite events, something I watch religiously every year. My
Of
two
course.
cents, Top Gun Maverick and Everything Everywhere All at Once. The only two
Sweet.
competitors. Throw out the rest of the list. I don't care.
You're so crazy.
But I am a person who watches drama, and I
Right.
watch all the stuff, and I have agreed with every single winner of the Best Picture for the last 10 years. But
Really? That's
yes,
bold.
I watch it all, man. Nomadland was legit.
Dang.
People really hated that movie. I
Yeah,
thought
they
that
did.
movie was really, really good. Anyway, though, Everything Everywhere All at Once, very accessible, I think, but great. Anyway, all that to say,
Okay.
I know a lot of people haven't seen it yet.
But hasn't it sold a lot of tickets?
Yeah, it made $100 million.
All right.
Biggest movie ever for A24. But still, if you talk
Not
to
quite.
people
Okay.
anecdotally,
It's not out there quite
yeah,
as much.
I don't know anybody who's
Okay.
seen it. So, whatever.
Are you just speaking from your own
What? Which
personal
part of it?
experience? You're just I don't know anyone who's seen it, but
Isn't that what people
sold
do,
like
though?
100
How else are you supposed to know
1,000
things?
tickets or whatever.
That's what I do with literally everything. That's like Peacock. Everyone's like, oh, Peacock's got all these subscribers. Who has Peacock? I don't know a single person who pays for freaking Peacock. Anyway,
Out of the 5 people
back
you know.
no, out of my 5 friends,
Yeah.
but I have a diverse array of friends.
Okay.
Anyway, back to my story. Thank you very much. So, if you haven't seen the movie yet, they did an auction where they sold off props that were in the movie and costumes that were in the movie. And it's a really wild movie with a lot of really wild costumes and a lot of wild props.
For sure.
And but I want to put a spoiler alert here because
Okay, yeah.
from this point forward, skip ahead about 2 to 3 minutes probably. Stop the show. Pull out your headphones.
All right.
You've been warned. I don't want to ruin it for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so they sold the hot dog hands for $55,000.
No.
The Elvis costume, all kinds of stuff. The rocks with the googly eyes, $13,000.
For a rock?
Just rocks with eyes stuck on them. But whatever, I'm down.
Amazing.
But the biggest selling thing that got the highest price, and again, spoiler alert, everybody,
Okay.
the Raccacoonie puppet. $90,000. Well worth it. Well worth it to me. I am so jealous, for real. If I had the money and I could throw away 90 G's and not blink, I would totally buy that thing. It's like the greatest punchline or visual gag or whatever you want to call it in movie history.
So true.
And for those who haven't seen the movie, if for some reason you don't care about the spoilers, go watch it and tell me that I'm wrong.
So funny.
Few movies keep the laughs going or ramp them up during the movie's climax, but they went there, which is a big part of why I think it's Best Picture, because it's so creative and they went places that other people wouldn't go. Congrats to the person who took Raccacoonie home.
That's awesome.
And all the proceeds went to charity, which is awesome.
Okay.
Really cool ones that are specific to the movie. Asian mental health, laundry workers, and some trans activism stuff.
That's really cool.
So, cool.
Okay, good for them.
Very cool.
That's really cool.
Cool little auction. And yeah.
I love it.
All right, well, when we come back, we're going to try something new here. An adulting public service is what I'm going to call it.
I like that.
Trying it out when we come back. Stay with us.